everyone, right, what I've got here is a picture I've printed off the internet. Just a vintage picture of a couple of ladies. And what I'm going to do now is just roughly just rip around the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. Not what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how to do a vintage transfer image. Okay, and I've got one similar that I've done before, but I just thought I'll show you this one. And what I've got is some like calico, and you need to spread that out, and then on top of that you need the matte artist medium. I mean, there are different things, different ones you can use in that, but I'm just using this one because I know this one. I'm saying I know it works because I'm going to show you an image now I've just done. And I've printed that one off again, just in case this one decides not to work. But this is the image that I printed off before, and this is the calico that I used, and it has come out, but it's not very dark. But that's great. You can, you know, use your walnut stain and everything on there, or whatever colour you want to use on that, but it does work. So, what I'm going to do is we tip some of this on, like that. Brush that in to the material. Make sure you cover it. And you kind of like leave a film on it. Now, because this has been creased, I will have to spread this out. So what I'm going to do then is just pull this taut. And once it's wet, you can do that easily. Like that. And then I'm going to pop my image on. Just like that. Take my roller, or brayer, whichever you want to call it, and just do that. And no, I'm not going to do that. Right, let's get this back on. And just roller that on like that. Now what I'm also going to do is just pop a little bit of the medium on there as well, like that, just so it really does soak into that image. And then hopefully brush that out and leave that on there. Now you need to let that stand, so I'll be back in a minute when that's dry. Right, what I've done now is I've taken a piece of calico with a card, I've put the calico onto the card, then I've used some matte artist medium to cover the whole. I've soaked the calico material, so it is quite wet, as you can see. And then what I've done after that is to lay the image that I'm after, that I want, on top of that. And now, once you've done that, then you roller it a little bit. And all I did, I popped a little bit of card over that and rolled it flat, made sure this was all pulled out. And you leave that to soak, and basically you can leave it to dry. I mean, you can help it along, but you need it to soak into the material. The ink from the picture needs to soak into the material. And then once you've done that, leave that to dry. So I'm now just going to, I've started that off, and I'm just now going to leave that to dry, and I will be back shortly. And I'll spin it around for you to see. And that's the image that I'm using. Now, I did start and do this one, which was this image. But because of it being that kind of print, it's only come out like that. That can still be used, that's fine. You just, you can cut the edges all rough and ink it up and do whatever you want with that one. Then I used this one, which was this image. But that again wasn't strong enough, so I found one that was a lot brighter. But you can have that, it doesn't matter. You can have a faded one. And we're going to see how this goes. I'm just going to make sure that it's actually working. Yeah, it needs to be left a little bit longer. Okay. It just needs to be really, really smooth and left as long as possible. What you can do now is, which I'm going to do actually, is just to put a little bit more, oh sorry, here's my brush, a little bit more on top. So I really want that colour to soak through. And of course we never waste our mediums. You got any left on your brush, save it, because you never know how much you might need. Oh, mine's gone a bit colour. We'll have to get rid of that. Oh! Didn't mean to do that. Never mind, we'll just leave that on there to soak through into the calico, and then I will come back when that has dried to show you what image we have. So that's it. I'll be back shortly. Right, I'm back now to sort this out. Now, this is almost dry, and I'm just going to try and peel off the image. Sometimes it doesn't always come off in one go, but then on other times it does. And look at that. Isn't that fabulous? So you've got your image like that on your material. And then what you can do, if you want to, is just to, you know, shabby it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. In fact, they're better when they're not. And that's my old mate, Trisha. So I'm just going to finish this off like that. Hang on a minute. Good evening, lady.
Hello.
I'm just finishing filming. I'll be 2 minutes.
Okay.
Right, so, anyway, it was Trisha. Hello, Trisha.
Hi, sorry everyone.
No, you're fine. But, like I say, that is the image that we've got now. And that can be used on anything. Now, what you can do, if you're confident enough, which isn't me sometimes, but I shall show you. Now, let me see what I've done with it. You do have to be careful when doing this, and I'm just gonna, here it is. Now I've got some of this Adirondack colour wash. But if you wanted to, and if you were confident enough and your image was clear enough, you could actually take a fine brush, which I'm going to take this one, and there's a bit of colour, and then just recolour. So you'd need a little bit of water to blend that in. Like that. And just take that around. Just got a little bit more colour. And you can put the colour back into it. It does depend, obviously, on how confident you are. Now you could do that and highlight the clothes but leave the image of the face and everything. So I'm just going to continue doing that, and just keep adding some water to mine. And like I say, if you were confident enough, you could do that and then blend that in. I mean, obviously it would depend on how arty you are as well. But it's just another way of doing an image. Like that. And you can add bits in. And just carry on going round like that. So I'm just showing you what you can do. I mean, that is too dark. Well, it could be. You need to blend it in. See, like that. I mean, I could darken the eye if I wanted to. Highlight the eye. Like that. And then you could use different colours, alcohol inks or whatever you wanted to do, to fill that out. So I'm just going to fill a little bit of the hair out here. Like I say, I'm just showing you what you can do, and then you can paint it up yourself. So there you go. Transfer an image. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.